Okay, be honest with me. How many years in a row have you told yourself, "This is the year I finally get serious about money"? You write it down. You feel motivated. Maybe you even download a budgeting app. February hits. The gym gets quiet, the motivation fades, and somehow you're right back where you started. Here's the brutal truth. According to research from the University of Scranton and multiple behavioral studies, approximately 80 to 92% of New Year's resolutions fail. That's not a typo. Up to 92%. And financial resolutions? They're some of the hardest to keep. Because unlike losing weight or learning a language, money touches every single day of your life. Every purchase. Every decision. Every moment of weakness. But here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't your willpower. It's your system. My name is Mr. Key, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart people keep failing at money goals. If you're someone who's made the same savings resolution 3 years in a row and it never sticks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it ends up helping you see money differently. Because today, I'm breaking down exactly how to save an extra $3,000 in 2026, and more importantly, how to actually stick to it when February temptation hits. Here's what we're covering. First, I'll explain the psychology behind why most money resolutions fail, and the specific mental shifts that make them stick. Then I'll show you the math on how $3,000 this year can become something much bigger. After that, real-world systems you can implement today. And finally, the 2 mistakes that blow up even the best savings plans. Quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Do your own research and adapt this to your situation. Let's get into it. Let's start with why you've failed before. And I'm not saying that to be harsh. I'm saying it because understanding the psychology is literally half the battle. The first concept is called present bias. Behavioral economists like Richard Thaler, who won a Nobel Prize for this stuff, have shown that humans systematically overvalue immediate rewards and discount future benefits. That's why "I'll start saving next month" feels completely reasonable in the moment. Your brain genuinely believes future you will be more disciplined. Spoiler, future you has the same brain. Here's an analogy that makes this click. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a pool. The water looks cold. You tell yourself you'll jump in after you count to 3. But then you count to 3, and you count again. And again. That's present bias. The discomfort of now always feels bigger than the reward of later. The second concept is what psychologist Peter Gallwitzer calls implementation intentions. His research shows that vague goals fail, but specific if-then plans succeed. "I want to save more money" is a wish. "If I get paid on Friday, then I'll transfer $250 to savings before I do anything else" is a plan. Studies show implementation intentions can double or even triple your success rate. Third concept, the fresh start effect. Research from Wharton's Catherine Milkman shows that temporal landmarks, like New Year's, birthdays, or even Mondays, create psychological fresh starts that boost motivation. But here's the catch, that motivation spike fades fast. You have about 2 to 3 weeks before the effect wears off. So here's the objection I always hear, "But I've tried systems before and they don't work for me." But here's the thing, most systems fail because they rely on motivation. Motivation is a terrible foundation. It fluctuates. It disappears after a bad day. The systems that work are the ones that remove motivation from the equation entirely. They make the right choice automatic. That's what we're building today. Okay, let's make $3,000 feel real. Because I think most people underestimate what this actually means for their future. $3,000 per year is $250 per month. That's about $58 per week. Or roughly $8.20 per day. $8. That's 2 fancy coffees. 1 lunch delivery. A streaming service you forgot you had. Now here's where it gets interesting. If you save $3,000 this year and invest it in a simple S&P 500 index fund, which has averaged approximately 10% annual return since 1926 according to NYU Stern data, here's what happens. After 1 year, $3,000. Okay, not exciting yet. After 5 years, saving $3,000 each year, approximately $19,500. After 10 years, approximately $52,000. After 20 years, approximately $206,000. After 30 years, approximately $623,000. From saving $8 a day. Now, I need to be clear, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Markets fluctuate. Some years you'll lose money. But over long periods, the historical average has been remarkably consistent. Here's another way to think about it. The Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances shows the median retirement savings for Americans aged 35 to 44 is around $60,000. If you started saving $3,000 per year at 25 and invested it, you'd have more than double that by 40. The math isn't complicated. The hard part is showing up every month for years. Which brings us to the systems. Let me give you 3 specific systems that work, not because they're clever, but because they remove decision-making from the process. System 1. The invisible transfer. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking to savings that happens the day after payday. Not at the end of the month when you see what's left. The day after you get paid. $250, gone before you can spend it. Behavioral economics calls this paying yourself first. But more importantly, it uses Parkinson's law. Your spending will naturally adjust to whatever money is available. If it's not there, you won't spend it. System 2. The friction method. Makes saving easy and spending hard. Open a high-yield savings account at a separate bank, Marcus, Ally, or SoFi all offer over 4% APY right now. Don't link it to your checking. Don't get a debit card. The extra friction of transferring money back? That's your protection against impulse decisions. System 3. The quarterly reset. Here's something most people miss. Don't just set a goal in January and check it in December. Schedule quarterly reviews, April 1st, July 1st, October 1st. Put them in your calendar now. Research on goal setting shows that people who review progress regularly are significantly more likely to succeed. It's not about guilt, it's about course correction. One real example, a viewer named Marcus messaged me last year. He'd failed at saving for 3 years straight. He implemented the invisible transfer plus quarterly reviews. By September, he'd saved $2,700, more than he'd saved in the previous 3 years combined. Same income. Same expenses. Different system. Okay, here's where good intentions die. 2 mistakes I see constantly. Mistake 1. The all-or-nothing trap. You miss 1 month. Maybe an emergency hits. Maybe you just forgot. And then your brain says, well, I already failed, might as well give up. This is catastrophic thinking, and it destroys more savings plans than anything else. Here's the truth. If you save $2,000 instead of $3,000, you didn't fail. You saved $2,000. Progress isn't binary. If you miss a month, just start again the next month. The math still works. Mistake 2. Treating found money as bonus money. Tax refund hits. You save your $250 that month and think, great, I'm ahead. Then you spend the refund on something you don't need because it feels like extra. Here's the fix. Any unexpected money, tax refunds, bonuses, gifts, send 50% directly to savings before you do anything else. Make it automatic. The average tax refund is around $3,000 according to IRS data. That's an extra $1,500 toward your goal without changing your monthly budget. Let's bring this together. 92% of resolutions fail, but not because people lack discipline. They fail because of present bias, vague goals, and systems that rely on motivation instead of automation. $3,000 in 2026 is $8 a day. It's $250 automated out of each paycheck before you can touch it. It's a separate savings account with friction. It's quarterly reviews that keep you honest. And over 20 or 30 years, that simple habit becomes $200,000. $600,000. Real wealth, built $8 at a time. So here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below. What's your 2026 savings target? 3,000? 5,000? 10,000? I want to know, and I'll check back in July to see who's still on track. If this video helped you see money differently, smash that subscribe button. I drop honest money strategies every week, No hype, no fake promises, just math and psychology that actually works. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. Now go set up that automatic transfer before the fresh start effect wears off. I'll see you in the next one.